Welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news today, Rivers, you can't conduct LGA election. Giwa tells sole administrators IBAS. The national coordinator advocates people's rights and justice, Victor Giwa, has described as illegal the move by the Rivers State sole administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ibas, retired, to conduct local government election in the state. Kiwa pointed out that any election conducted by the sole administrator will be null and void, insisting that Ibas is not constitutionally allowed to appoint a chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. Speaking on Arise News in reaction to August 30th local government election in the state, Giwa stated that any election conducted by the sole administrator will not stand. I am shocked to learn that the Rivers State sole administrator appointed the chairman of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission has even agreed to conduct election on 30th of August, he said. He has no legal authority to do so, as he is not the governor of the state. The only reason why a sole administrator is appointed is for the prevention of breakdown of law and order, or ensuring that there is a peace and order where there is likelihood of breakdown of order. The general purpose is to ensure that the security of the state, properties, and lives are protected. I want to submit that under the law, the sole administrator cannot, he is not legally permitted to appoint, firstly, the chairman of the Rivers State Electoral Commission. Under the Rivers State Electoral Commission Law of 2018, that law says that the chairman, the agency, shall compose of 7 members, including the chairman, who shall be appointed by the governor of the state, screened and confirmed by the State House of Assembly. Question: the sole administrator is not a governor of the state, is not elected under any law. Number 2, there is currently no State House of Assembly that can screen and confirm the chairman that he appointed on the 8th of April 2025. So my submission, therefore, is that the state administrator cannot conduct that election. That election, if conducted, will be illegal, unconstitutional, null and void, is stated. Rivers State is still in the news again, and the matter of the sole administrator could not be overstretched. I think to the Riverians, this sole administratorship of a thing is like a taboo to them. They don't even want to hear anything as regards the sole administration. So anything that is done by the administrator is not accepted. To them, it is null and void. Even when the administrator wanted to present a budget, they complain that it has no right to to set a budget. When he's trying to also defend the budget, they complain and he has no right to defend the budget, that he wants to steal and do all sorts of things. Now the issue of having local government election is they are now coming to prove again that he has no right under the constitution. Well, this one matter is left for the court to determine. I think to a large extent, even though Mr. Giwa has every right to express his view, but if he wants his view to really hold any weight, he had better approach the court of law so that the court can help in order to stop the administrator from doing anything that he has termed illegal. Of course, nobody loves to have any illegality as far as the matter is concerned. But to a large extent, you can't blame the sole administrator. He is a sole administrator. That's the language. He's an administrator. And solely he can do whatever he likes. Even though Mr. Giwa is referring to democracy, that under constitution, that constitution, the man in question can, uh, not do election because he's not a governor, because that statement said a governor. But then what's the definition of a governor? That's another issue entirely. Is it only somebody that is democratically elected that is a governor, or a leader that is administering a particular place is a governor? So if we say Nyesom Wike is a minister of the FCT, automatically he is not a governor, but he's governing the FCT. I think you need to look at the language very well. That's number one. Number two, he spoke about his national assembly, I mean, the state assembly, that we need to verify. The man has forgotten that this man is sole administrator. In him is the assembly. In him is the governor. In him is whatever you want. to call about it. He even mentioned that he's the one to maintain law and order. So if he's going to maintain law and order, that means even inside him, the judiciary is even there, just to make sure that things are properly done. And if you look at that from that point of view, meaning that some people may argue in that line, it shows that it's going to be between the words of Mr. Giwa and those who are in the opposing side, that the sole administrator can conduct an election. He can appoint a chairman for State Independent Electoral Commission, and he can go ahead and do a lot of things that a governor can do. Because even English language help us to understand is that a governor governs. That's just inside. It's the head of an administration in a particular state or country. So, but then, law sometimes they say is blind and they may have different interpretation. If the man decides to just approach the court of law, maybe he can get a better interpretation and that may even be in his own favor. But as it is now, no matter how many noise he makes, whether on Arise Television or on Channels Television, if he likes, he can go to Central TV or even TV Continental. It doesn't change what is happening in Rivers State. The sole administrator has been given the go-ahead. He is not different from Minister Wike in Abuja. They are both representing the president, and the president himself is even democratically elected president. So if they decide to do something on his behalf, I don't think they will be wrong. And the sole administrator has been even so democratic in his approach that he took the budget of the state and presented it to the federal houses of assembly, both the Senate and the House of Representatives. And for sure, they ratified the budget for him to go and then do the needful. So if Mr. Giwa is still proving that there is no assembly on ground, there is an assembly that oversaw the passage of his budget, and he has every right and backing from them even to get the job done. It's like trying to kick against Mr. President that it's illegal for him to appoint a chairman for INEC and also to conduct election. I don't think it's going to hold any water. But of course, if he can prove his way before the court of law, maybe they can give him understanding. But as at today, even a layman that is going on the street knows that the sole administrator has every power to do a lot of things in Rivers State. In as much as at today, he is representing the president. And also, the people of Rivers State should cooperate so that they won't miss this period of 6 months. And at the end of the day, when Fubara will have come, a lot of gaps will have been there. Let them just cooperate and work with this man and get to their desired destination. Whoever is there does not really matter in quotes. What is important is the welfare of the state and then the achievement of the goal that the state has. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.